What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and as some of you guys may already know, I've got my hands on this early iPhone 7 prototype, mock-up, clone, model, whatever you want to call it. And this is the closest look we're going to be getting to the iPhone 7 before the actual release next month, and it tells us a lot about the new iPhone 7. Now, how does this compare physically to the iPhone 6s? What's different? What's likely to remain the same? And essentially, will it be worth upgrading from the iPhone 6s to the iPhone 7? Well, let's find out. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that it's very similar in terms of the size and design. We still have the full metal build. The iPhone 7 may be slightly thinner, and the major design change will be the antenna bands. On the iPhone 7, the antenna bands don't run across the back, they go over the edges, making them a little less obvious compared to the 6s. We may possibly see a new color as well on the iPhone 7. Most rumors are pointing towards a deep blue or space black version. Now up front we have the same screen size, so that's 4.7 inches. Now there is a small possibility that we might see an up in resolution, but it is very likely to remain the same. And up top we are going to still have a 5 megapixel front facing camera, but this is going to be improved slightly with a larger sensor, so giving you some better selfies, especially in low light. On the bottom, although we have Touch ID on both of these, the iPhone 7 may not have a physical button. So this will be a capacitive button with haptic feedback and possibly also incorporating 3D touch. So for example, pushing harder may give you some additional options. Flipping around the back, the biggest change you will notice here is the camera. Now although the resolution is still going to be 12 megapixels, we have a larger camera, which will mean a larger sensor and larger pixels, and that's going to give you better quality images and a better low light performance too. One thing I know a lot of you may not like is the camera bump. It's actually going to be slightly larger than the iPhone 6s. I've said this before, but I really wish that Apple would just increase the thickness of the device so that we wouldn't have a camera bump and a larger battery. Now you guys may have seen my previous videos with the dual cameras, but that is just for the iPhone 7 Plus. The standard iPhone 7 will not have dual cameras, and if this is something that you want, then you will have to go on to the larger Plus model. On the bottom side of the back, things are likely to remain the same. We have seen some leaked images and rumors about a 3-pin smart connector, which could potentially connect to some additional accessories as well as offer wireless charging. But this is looking very unlikely this year anyway. It looks like Apple are going to keep this functionality for next year. On the top, things are going to be remaining the same. On the bottom, the key difference here is that we are not going to be having a headphone jack on the iPhone 7. So you're going to have to use headphones that have a lightning connector, use Bluetooth, or purchase a converter. Now, whether or not Apple include a 3.5mm to lightning converter outside of the box is yet to be seen, but this is a change that you will have to come to terms with. Now, we also have 2 grills on the bottom of the iPhone 7. This could potentially be stereo speakers, and I for one would personally love this, but it could just be the mic on the secondary grille, and this could be just more of an aesthetic thing to give it some symmetry. On the right hand side, things are the same with the power button and the SIM card tray. And the same goes for the left hand side. We have the volume buttons as well as the mute switch. Now there are some rumors that are saying that we're going to be losing the mute switch because the iPhone 7 may have water and dust resistance. But at this time, nothing is solid as yet, so I wouldn't get my hopes up. Now, other specs have been covered in my main leaks and rumors video of the iPhone 7, and I'll link that in the description below as well as in the cards. So if you want some more details about what to expect from the iPhone 7, then definitely do go ahead and check that out. But in general, expect updated performance with the A10 chip, 2GB of RAM, and possibly also an update to the base model giving 32GB. The announcement is going to be coming on the 7th of September with the release following in the coming weeks. So should you upgrade? Well, if you have the iPhone 6s, I would say stick to it and wait till next year where there's going to be a big upgrade, because that is going to be the 10-year anniversary to the iPhone, and that will most likely have a fresh new design. But if you have the 6 or 5s, it may be worth the upgrade. What do you think of the upcoming iPhone 7? Do drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe. I've got lots more iPhone 7 coverage coming up on here. So switching on notifications for new videos will also mean that you get to see them first. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.